in the terms of this, what we've just discussed about this RIPE, so if I'm an AP manager and I'm sitting there, how do I make this RIPE sound attractive to the person that makes the decision to make that change? So like I said, I've gone to organisations, especially global ones, I guess to do that change is even harder. Have you got any ideas for them how to make that change, especially in a RIPE environment?
Well, the expression that Jamie's used a couple of times there is value added. Okay, so and that's what you're looking at here, is when you're looking for a process that is prime for automation, okay, rather than ripe, let's go with prime. Okay, but when you're looking for that process or that point in a process or that role that's being currently fulfilled manually, the key to what you're doing there is, where am I adding value to the business? Okay, now when we're talking to those organisations, we always start them at the beginning, okay, because that's where the highest value is to come from. All right, so for us, we will say, so how do you get your hands on the data? That's singularly for us, it's the most important. The more data you can get, of the higher quality you can get it, the more impact this has down the line. Now, even if you have a manual workflow, for argument's sake, after the invoice information's come in, but you manually then workflow it for approvals or whatever it may be, if you can change the amount of paperwork that then goes out on that, because you're able to reduce it, because you're able to deal with it more quickly, more efficiently and higher quality at the first step, actually that adds value out on the rest of the chain. But you're only dealing with one process. So when you're looking at value add, it's the knock-on effects of these things. You know, okay, go out there and try and buy an RPA AI tool that's going to solve all your problems. I'm not saying don't. Only I am saying don't, because all you're going to do is get frustrated.
Yeah.
You're going to spend a lot of money, and you probably end up bringing consultancies, third parties in to help you manage this process because it's too much to take on. Start with something small. If you've already captured all of the information when it comes in, what's the next step? Okay, so it's the workflow of these invoices for approval. Why is that a problem for you? Is it because you've got too many hierarchies that have to sign off things for certain value? Is it because you've just got a bottleneck somewhere in your process whereby, and you didn't realise it, but actually all of a sudden all of this information goes into one place, and if that person's off sick, it doesn't go anywhere? And deal with those workflows and deal with that process management. But it's no good doing that if you're still typing the information in off of a piece of paper, because you're stumbling at the first hurdle and you can't get that data. And I think that's what we would say to people is think about that, wherever that may be. That's where your value add is, and that's how you get this to work for you.